Hey YouTube, I'm Kenneth Ryan.
I'm Lindsay Reesoff.
And we're back with another exciting episode of Fanfiction Friday. And today we're reading a new fic
that we said we would read last week, but we did not.
We mentioned it last week, but we're going to just do it in a new episode, so you're getting it this week. And this...
Hinata's Monster Dick and the story of how Kageyama died. A tragedy.
That's what we're reading.
By that gray ace thing.
I'm going to be Hinata.
Hinata?
Hinata.
I'll be Kageyama, and then all the random background. Not all.
My name is Hinata. Anyways, Hinata. So we're gonna oh wait, what's...
You should probably start reading.
I missed the pun.
It's volleyball, so spiky.
I missed the pun.
Oh, last week. It was another wizard pun.
Wand. We're gonna wand our way in. Alright, for this one, we're gonna sports. It's a sports. Spike, dive, sand. Sand in the cooter.
It's not beach volleyball.
Sand.
Most of the time.
Sand. We're sanding this okay.
Block.
This fic, by the way, is by Gray Ice. And a note for this is the fic was written by her or him and the Volleyball Boys, or the Volley Boys Network, and that they are so sorry. So here we go. It all started on a normal day of school before volleyball practice. Not a single member of Karasuno.
It means crow, pretty much.
Karasuno's volleyball team.
Karasuno.
Could have predicted how this day would change their lives forever. The day where their star setter would be put out of commission. The team sat around in the locker room, wondering what could have possibly happened to Kageyama to make him skip practice. It only took a few minutes of curious questions for everyone to realize that Hinata was blushing and trying to sneak out of the club room. The team suddenly grew quiet at Hinata's unusual behavior. Daichi and Sugawara. Oh, was I drifting out?
Yeah. Sugawara.
Exchanged glances before the latter spoke up.
What should he sound like? Hinata, is Kageyama sick? Suga asked innocently. Hinata froze. His eyes were averted and he was looking everywhere except his teammates' gaze.
Yeah. I was supposed to visit him and see if he's better,
God,
but
like
he's super... Oh, okay, yeah, I was going to visit him to see if he's better, but he's super sick.
That's worse.
Okay, well, what should I do?
I don't know.
I guess I can just, channel Hinata.
He's short and tiny and...
So he's small.
He's small, yes.
Yeah. I was going to visit him to see if he's better, but he's super sick. You don't want anyone else to catch anything. Daichi frowned. Daichi!
I don't know. I think we should go see him. He must be really out of it to miss practice.
No! Hinata yelped. See, it's totally fine if we don't. Even Kageyama needs a break, right? Oh god, I'm sneezed.
Why don't you want us to see him? Did you want to have some alone time with him?
God, you are the boy that tried to catch Red.
Yeah.
That's awesome, though.
Nishinoya wiggled his eyebrows and smirked. Hinata spluttered for a solid minute, his face bright red.
Alone time? Hinata laughed nervously as he continued to try and inch his way to the door. With Kageyama? No way! Not me, no. Who would? No, Nishinoya.
It's literally just written.
Nishinoya smacked Hinata on the back. Oh, my back's here if you want to get a nice solid sleep.
I was just kidding. Jeez, why are you so nervous? Before Hinata had the chance to respond, Daichi clapped a hand on his shoulder.
Oh.
Guess it's settled then. We'll all be taking a trip to Kageyama's house after practice today. Nishinoya and
You know
Tanaka,
that Danny DeVito meme where he's walking down the street and he's just and there's him phasing over and he's just oof.
No.
That's Hinata right now.
Okay then, no. Nishinoya and Tanaka cheered before noticing the sour look on Tsukishima's face. Tanaka raised an eyebrow. What should he sound like? What got shoved up your ass all of a sudden?
Whoa!
And then what should Tsukishima sound like?
Tsukishima.
Why are we visiting that idiot? He's probably just laying around butthurt over something stupid. Hinata stiffened at his comment. Tanaka pulled Tsukishima into a headlock. Don't be an asshole! He scolded as he dragged the younger member out of the clubroom. Hinata was still pale, stuttering and mumbling to himself as they left. We've been found out part. Where are you going?
We've been found out.
Where are you?
Right here.
Okay.
We've been found out.
Tsukishima. Tsukishima.
Tsukishima stopped pulling at Tanaka's arms and narrowed his eyes at the small spiker.
What did I say he sound like?
Tsukishima.
What was that?
Nothing! Cried Hinata as he scampered behind the rest of the team out the door. Practice went on as usual, except Hinata seemed distracted and anxious the entire time. After Hinata took a few too many balls to the face, Coach Ukai.
Close enough.
Is it Uki?
No.
Ukoi?
It is actually like
Okay. Pulled him aside.
Kageyama.
Hinata. Oh, you get to be on the side.
You can if you want for him.
Hinata, what's wrong with you? Are you sore because Kageyama's not here?
Sore.
I'm not the sore one, Hinata mumbled under his breath. Coach Ukai raised an eyebrow. What? Are you worried that Kageyama will be upset because you can practice and he can't? It's not your fault that he's absent today. Yeah, it's not my fault he took on way more than he could swallow. Totally not my fault, Hinata muttered under his breath. Exactly! So stay focused on your game, okay? Use your hands for the balls, not your face. Hinata nodded and was sent back to join his teammates. His playing improved slightly after talking to the coach, but his nervousness started to show again as the practice drew to a close. In the locker room, Hinata was in a daze and accidentally pulled off more than his shorts. Nishinoya screamed.
What did he sound like again?
Like the little kid who was trying to catch Red.
What the fuck is that? The entire team turned and stared at Hinata's crotch. Hinata immediately realized his mistake and squawked, trying to cover himself. But the damage was already done. Jesus, Hinata, you really have a little giant there.
Oh, no!
That's like the one guy that he admires because he was short, but he could still spike.
This isn't real.
Even Tsukishima looked mildly impressed. Nishinoya had stopped gawking at Hinata in favor of trying to revive Asahi, who had fainted. Hinata himself looked close to fainting at the sudden attention and buried his face in his hands.
This isn't real.
I forget what all these people sounded like when I was doing it. I guess you really are growing, just not height-wise, Suga commented. I was so worried before. Well, it certainly compensates for his height, Daichi added nonchalantly, as if he were discussing volleyball plays and not Hinata's massive schlong. And Oshita snickered. Oh, I haven't done this one yet. Yeah, you don't need to idolize a small giant. You already have one in your pants. You'll definitely be the best spiker. Hinata's face is a worryingly bright shade of red. Tsukishima examined him with almost clinical curiosity. What did he sound like? I don't know. So when you jump, does it hurt? Or, wait, you're so short it could probably hit you in the face. Hinata whirled to face him angrily. Oh, hey, you have words.
I'll hit you in the face. Dick slap?
Yeah, he can sound like that. Dick slap? Yamaguchi coughed into his sleeve. Asahi, who had just woken up, promptly fainted again. No, Hinata, don't do it! Tsukishima only takes Yamaguchi's dick to the face, Nishinoya shouted. Tsukishima choked, and Yamaguchi cried out in alarm. That's disgusting! I would never! Tsukishima started. He halted when Daichi placed his hand on his shoulder. Tsukishima, we've all known about you and Yamaguchi since you first came to the team. I may have accidentally come to the locker room too soon and... Oh God! Yamaguchi moaned. Daichi's hands shot out to his ears. God!
Sorry.
Yamaguchi, please don't remind me. There was a moment of awkward silence before Suga spoke up. So does that mean I won the bet? Everyone groaned and reached for their wallets as Tsukishima and Yamaguchi stared in confusion. How are you always right about these things? Tanaka complained.
This is all pointless.
Suga just grinned and gave him a thumbs up as he collected his winnings. Nishinoya looked slightly put out, but suddenly brightened. I keep forgetting what he sounds like. Oh, speaking of bets, we still need to go to Kageyama's place, don't we?
I've decided I'm a thumbs up. Okay.
I think the light has changed, so now we're like in shadow.
What?
What?
Oh. How is the betting pool and Kageyama related? Hinata
Oh,
squawked.
you're so innocent. Oh, don't worry about it, Hinata. Nishinoya is just excited to visit his Kohai's house. Suga smiled. $10 says his room is filled... Oh, wait. I forgot. $10 says his room is filled with volleyballs, Tanaka shouted as they all filed out of the room, much to Hinata's horror. The walk over to Kageyama's house was filled with excitement for the most part. This was basically a field trip after all, except for Hinata, who dragged his feet like he was participating in a funeral march. Yo, Hinata! Is your dick weighing you down? Pick up the pace! Nishinoya cried. Hinata immediately tripped and fell on his face. Did you just trip on your dick? Tsukishima asked dryly. Hinata, I'm not even going to try and keep the voices the same anymore. I give up. Hinata blushed bright red and promptly sprinted ahead of everyone else. Sugawara watched as he ran and pursed his lips disapprovingly, turning to the team. Guys, stop these jokes. As we all know, Hinata has a large burden to carry. Yeah, it must be really hard on him, Nishinoya muttered under his breath while trying to look chastised. This guy hasn't had a voice at all. Nishinoya! Asahi said, looking even more mortified than Hinata had. Guys, this is serious! Asahi-san, you can't deny that you're fascinated by Hinata's dick as well, Nishinoya demanded. Wait, no, don't be fascinated by his dick. Think of mine instead. There was a pause, and then everyone groaned again as Suga smiled smugly. Nishinoya looked puzzled, and then slapped his forehead. Are you kidding me? Who don't we have a betting pool on? The group went quiet before turning to Enoshita, who shrugged. Well, you don't have one on me, and Kinoshita and Narita have been dating since middle school, so I don't know what the point of that would be. There was an awkward silence, full of blank stares, before Tsukishima asked, who? Enoshita sighed in exasperation. Kinoshita Hisashi and Narita Kazuhito, your teammates, number 7 and 8, they've been sitting on the bench all year long.
Losers!
Sports animes. Tsukishima shrugged. So did most of the rest of the team. Not ringing a bell. Sorry. You know what? Never mind, said Enoshita, disgusted. There was another long stretch of silence before Daichi groaned and rubbed his neck.
Daichi!
Alright, you all, let's just get on with this, he said, crossing his arms over his chest. Tanaka gave a wide, devious smile. Get on with this? Or get it on? He asked, earning help with his
No wonder the author was just like, we are so sorry.
Suga and Daichi. Tanaka, do you know how to get it on? Suga asked scornfully. Daichi, I think you'll have to teach him. I think Hinata should be the one to teach him, Nishinoya said with a wink. Tanaka gaped in horror. I do not want to have my delicate asshole ripped to shreds by that monster, he screeched. There was a thud, and the team turned to see that Asahi had fainted for the 3rd time that day. We really need to invest in smelling salts, said Suga woefully. This wouldn't be a problem if Hinata didn't have fucking Dinosaurus Rex in his pants, Nishinoya said indignantly. Oh, Dickosaurus. No, I think Tyrannosaurus Rex had a slightly bigger dick than that, said Tsukishima. Not by much, though. Yamaguchi blinked at Tsuki and shook his head, turning away muttering, and you comment about my bug obsession. Do you want to read for a while?
Please.
I mean, I have words there, but I've been reading too long.
Meanwhile, Hinata already reached Kageyama's house. The front door was locked, but Hinata knew Kageyama's back door was open. He burst through the doorway and slammed into Kageyama's room. Kageyama had been lying face down on his bed, but raised his head when Hinata barged in. From the doorway, Hinata could see that even the tiniest movements made Kageyama stiffen in pain. What are you doing here, dumbass?
That's me.
I wanna...
No, he's mine. Mine. Well, I'm probably just gonna do normal, because I don't feel like giving him a such fancy voice. What are you doing here, dumbass? Kageyama growled. You can't just come so suddenly with no warning like that. Hinata gasped for air, breathing still too fast. Oh my god.
I had to warn you. The rest of the team is coming too. Kageyama moaned.
No. Really? All of them at once? I can't handle that. Not in this condition.
Man up, Kageyama. You have to take them all in or else. Hinata cried desperately.
Or else what? It's not like they can just come in, Kageyama said.
Kageyama, your back door is wide open. They can all get in if they want to. It's like right at the top.
Well, why don't you go close it then? Asked Kageyama, clenching his fist in the bed sheets.
It's too late for that, said Hinata. Just then they heard the entire Karasuno's team shout
Karasuno.
as they came inside Kageyama's house. And then you get to talk for 10 years.
Yes, I know.
Aye.
Wow, it is so spacious in here, exclaimed Yamaguchi. Let's just go up to his room and see how he's doing, Daichi said. There's so many people, though. It might be a tight fit, commented Suga. Plus, Hinata's already in there. Doesn't matter. We'll make it fit. We can cram in there like sardines if we have to. Nishinoya exclaimed as he pumped his fist. The team made their way up the stairs just in time to hear Hinata cry out.
Oh my god, Kageyama, stop being so butthurt. The team entered the room.
Oh.
It's a voice.
Hinata, you can't just tell someone to stop being butthurt. It takes patience and care to recover from an injury, Suga exclaimed.
God.
Kageyama probably had a long night. Kageyama and Hinata froze. So what kind of injury was so bad that it kept the king off the court and on his ass? Tsukishima asked. He's not on his ass. Look, it's kind of propped up in the air, Nishinoya commented. Did you do that for Hinata? He smirked. All the blood in Kageyama's body rushed to his head. It's none of your business, asshole, he snapped. Yeah, fair. Your asshole isn't my business, responded Nishinoya flippantly. This is yours, yeah. It's like way down here.
I think it's all your business now, Hinata mumbled under his breath. No one heard him except for Suga.
Suga.
I was done. There's too many dick jokes. Just kidding. You can never have enough.
I told you.
It's wonderful.
You don't look too sick, Kageyama, Daichi noted. Why are you home and not on the court? I can't move. My body aches all over, Kageyama groaned. I'm definitely sick letting this happen to me. Kageyama shot Hinata a penetrating glare.
Penetrating?
It's at the top now.
Hey! I thought you said that as long as I was here, you were invincible, Hinata protested.
No, you dumbass. I said that as long as I was here, you were invincible. And you definitely fucking vinced me, he added with a scowl. What does that even mean? Hinata heard Yamaguchi whisper from somewhere in the back. Suga looked back and forth between the two. First, Kageyama, lying on the bed with his ass in the air. Then, Hinata's crotch, his pants hiding the beast they all saw earlier that day. Suddenly, everything came together. Daichi glanced over when he heard Suga's slight gasp. Did something happen? He asked. I think we should leave Kageyama and Hinata alone for now, Suga said quietly. But why? We just got here, Nishinoya whined. The rest of the team made similar noises of dissent. Daichi looked over to where Hinata and Kageyama were still heatedly arguing, then frowned at the other members. We still don't know why Kageyama's so... This is you.
It's not that big, okay? You said you could handle anything. Hinata yelled, interrupting Nishinoya. The entire team froze. Kageyama was about to retort when he finally noticed his teammates listening. He paled. Is this me or is it... I think that's me.
Yeah, that's you.
What did you say again? There's nothing you can do that I can't handle? Well, looks like you're too uptight to take my dick. Before Hinata could say anything even more incriminating, Kageyama lunged out of bed, tried to slap his hand over Hinata's mouth. Unfortunately for both of them, Kageyama's body was quite not up to the task, and instead of just covering Hinata's mouth, he ended up falling on him. They crashed to the floor as their teammates watched in shock.
No.
Your ass isn't even that great anyways, Hinata yelled once he escaped from Kageyama's hand.
Oh god. Oh god. Hinata, you dumbass! The entire team is here! Kageyama finally snapped. Hinata stopped all motion and slowly rolled his eyes toward the team. They were all staring at him, eyes void of all emotion. Hinata's face turned green. Hinata, I swear to God, if you fucking puke on my face, Kageyama started. Hinata shook his head frantically and shoved at Kageyama with all his strength.
Bathroom! He broke free and immediately ran out of
fright.
the door. The team looked down at Kageyama, faces blank. Kageyama gulped. After a moment of silence, Daichi walked towards Kageyama, knelt down, and placed his hand on his shoulder. A glimmer of understanding shone in his eyes.
Kageyama, if you took that up your ass, take as many days off as you need to. The entire team nodded solemnly. Rip Kageyama's asshole. Literally. Tanaka whispered as a tear fell from his eye. The other team members quietly shuffled out of Kageyama's bedroom. Suga was the last one out and gave a stunned Kageyama a sympathetic smile before leaving. A few minutes later, Hinata peeked back into the room.
Hey, where did everyone go? He asked.
They left, Kageyama said flatly. But first of all, how the fuck does the team know how big your dick is? Hinata paled.
Funny story about that.
I pulled my pants off in front of them all.
Outside, the Karasuno team was making their way back home. When they reached the split in the road where they would separate, Suga cleared his throat pointedly. Everyone sighed and pulled out their wallets for a third time that day.
So many bets. Seriously, how the fuck are you so good at this? Tanaka grumbled. Mother's intuition. Asahi frowned. But you're not our mother? Nishinoya quickly shushed him. Don't question it, he advised as they started to walk away. You know, Hinata got that giant from his mother's side, Daichi commented. The entire team froze in their tracks, then turned their heads slowly. Suga smirked. Daichi could probably teach Kageyama a thing or two about prepping himself beforehand. The team went home that day with more knowledge about their parents and Kohais than ever wanted to know. They cried themselves to sleep. Even Suki. That's the end.
Is that implying that Daichi's been fucking?
And Suga. Sugawara and Daichi are the parents. And that he's saying that Sugawara has a gigantic dick too.
How was that fiction, everybody?
And they cried themselves to sleep. Even Suki.
That was it.
You're still out of frame.
Ow! I'm always out of frame. I'm like half out of frame this whole session.
You're like those stupid profiles on that one website. And then people just like take pictures of half their face. Like, okay. I mean, sure, it makes you look more symmetrical because you can't see the other half. Anyways, this fic.
You read most of it, so I'm letting you talk about it. Everyone can kind of gauge. I just made stupid faces.
So many jokes.
It's all about the dick, dude.
You can't
I'm
all
off-putting
come
again.
in. They can't all come in. They'll never fit.
So, that was
A
it.
penetrating gaze.
I'll just let her talk because I didn't read any of this. I
You
read a voice.
Plenty.
I just sort of made stupid facial expressions and had my mouth gaping open a lot.
Yeah.
So that was what I did today. What have you done? Anyways, if you enjoyed fics like this, let us know. Leave a comment down below, bros.
We'll find the crackiest crack fix ever.
Yeah, that. Or you can leave suggestions.
Yes,
Hey.
we haven't gotten a single one yet.
It's because
Someone
like three people watched this, and they probably watched like 2
and
minutes.
it's probably not the same 3 people.
Anyways, please be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Give the video a like if you enjoyed it. And we'll see you next time
God.
with another exciting episode of Fanfiction
Friday.
Friday. So until then, stay awesome, read more smut.